Hello and good morning everyone. Welcome to our today's webinar where we will learn some tips on how to grow your list for email marketing. Thank you for sharing your time with us today. My name is Smita and I'm working with Niche Softwares as a marketing manager and handle the marketing of our email marketing tool called Juvlon. Once again, for all the new members who just joined, I want to make sure that I'm audible. If you could please type in again with your comments. Thanks, Anand. Yes, thanks, Sonal. Thanks, Saket. We'll quickly run over today's agenda. So we'll see the best practices to grow list inorganically. At the same time, let's see if there are any tips to see how we can grow productive list in inorganic ways. I'll also share some tips on how to monetize your email list. There's a quick introduction to our new service that is launched by Juvlon, introduction to PrimeNetwork, which will be followed by question and answer session. So let's get started. According to a research done by Marketing Shepras, your email marketing database degrades by about 22.5% every year. I'm sure we all as a marketers are aware of this fact. Where do these contacts go? So your contacts email addresses basically they change or move from company to company. So the email addresses changes. They opt out of your email communication probably for various reasons. Or it could be the abandon of an old AOL address that is used to fill out the forms on the website. So that's also one of the reasons probably people are opting out from your list, or they are being reduced from the list also. So as a marketer, it is your job to make sure that you constantly keep adding fresh contacts to your email marketing campaigns so that you can keep your members moving up and to the right side also. But at the same time, do remember, this is just not a number game. It's not only increasing the number of subscribers to your list. If you're not building healthy relationships with your subscribers, you're not building your lists effectively. So what do we do for that? So it's really very important to know that what are we promoting or giving to our audience. We have to make sure that the potential subscriber has a good reason to subscribe. So you're sending out newsletters, probably you're sending out educational and informative stuffs like tips, white papers, probably ebooks, case studies. You're sometimes rewarding your subscribers also. There could be lots of programs that you can chalk out, like referral programs, contests. Likewise, there could be many more such programs that can be chalked out. It could be reward programs as well for the subscribers. At the same time, don't forget that since these people, these subscribers have signed up for your promotion for your newsletters, they are fine receiving promotional stuff once in a while from you. So go ahead and send it across. Don't shy away from sending out the promotional offers to your subscribers. Once in a while, that's also welcomed by the subscribers. So these are some of the tips that I thought I could share for what you could send out to your subscribers. So newsletters, some useful content, sometimes once in a while a reward program, and definitely sending out the promotions also. I yesterday just came across this chart which talks about the most effective email list growth versus growth tactics versus the most difficult ones to execute. Basically, this survey was published in January 2015, so it's one of the latest survey that we have in our hands, and it was done by Ascent2 and Blue Hornet. So according to this, we can see that the subscribers list building or the most effective one is the website. It's most effective. At the same time, the difficulty level of that is also very less. So it's very easy to have your subscription forms, your lists that can come through websites very easily. At the same time, we can see social media sharing also having a good share of effective tactics. At the same time, the difficulty level, if you see, is quite high. The reason the difficulty level is high is probably we have to be smart enough to build our content accordingly when we are sharing on social media. So it's something that has to be cleverly thought of when you're putting out across on social media. Since it's a freely available media, I know people are going ahead and trying to post out promotions, selling out their products over there, but we have to be really very careful if we have to make the most of it. It's really a very effective tool. Content downloads, yes, I myself have experienced this couple of times that if I send out download white papers, ebooks, case studies, or even blogs for that matter, webinars, in fact, even for the webinars, we have seen a very good response on this. So go ahead and do the content. At the same time, the difficulty level is average. The reason being that we do put lots of efforts in building this content. We have to have a content strategy in place if we have to really make the most of it. Rest all others, you can see that refer this to a friend, or having events like webinars, conferences, online seminars. All these are really very useful and effective tools. At the same time, the difficulty level varies. What I liked was the upcoming events. The difficulty level is really very less. It's the least, in fact. So you can see when you are trying to have participation in any conferences, the difficulty level relatively is very less. When you are having some webinars or any online sessions, you already have the content in mind. So it's easy to talk to people and express your views on a particular topic. And and people are really keen in signing up and want to listen from experts like you to know what exactly do you want to say about a particular topic. So just go ahead and plan out such kind of tactics where they are most effective and the difficulty levels are relatively lesser. So let's get started with the first section of our webinar today, growing your list organically. As we have seen in our earlier slide, that website is really very important in having your sign-ups, sign for the subscribers, or increasing your email list. Make sure that your subscription form or the sign-up form, it's ubiquitous and it's easily visible, or rather easily available on the website everywhere. You have to make sure that it's not so difficult for people to find where do I go ahead and sign. People are just trying to find out the place. It's not a really good idea in that case. So have form easily available, and also make sure that it's really very simple and short. Don't unnecessarily have lots of fields in that country, city, company, unless and until it's really very required for your kind of business. Keep it as simple as possible. So name and email address. In some cases, only email address. I like to capture names because it helps me in personalization. So make sure that you have your forms really very simple and short. Let's see how we can boost your sign-up forms. There are ways where you can boost up your sign-up forms. Like for example, in this, you could see that on the landing page, I have newsletter archives. At the same time, on the right-hand side, I have a form which is really very easy to fill in. I have mentioned the privacy policy over there. That means I'm not going to share your email address with anyone else. So that gives the confidence to the subscriber that it's really very fine to go ahead and sign up with my newsletter and be in there in my list. So at the same time, you can also have the testimonials on your landing page. So you can create the archives of newsletters. You can make these new archives available on landing pages. You can have testimonials on the landing pages. And don't forget the privacy policy. It's really very important to have that in mind and put it up on the landing page very prominently. Another way to boost the sign up is give the reason for the subscribers, the benefits that they will receive by signing up for your for your email list. So you can provide a benefit at the sign up page itself. You can see in this sign up page by Mozilla Firefox, they have mentioned the frequency. So they've said that subscribe for monthly updates. So it's once in a month I'll be receiving the updates. They'll be keeping me updated with the current news from Mozilla, which includes tips also and some tricks. And at the same time, they've also mentioned that they will be sending me only Mozilla related information. At the same time, if you see the landing page, they have given a snapshot of the latest newsletter that they have sent out. So this is something, when I sign up, I know this kind of a newsletter or the content is something that I'm going to receive in my inbox. This helps me in signing up very easily and readily. So one more way or a tip to boost up your sign up page. Another example or another tip is autofill. You can have your forms autofill. So in this, as you can see, I've mentioned my name and my email ID appears automatically. So it's an autofill. This makes the subscriber really very easy and convenient to fill in the subscription. It's basically nothing that they have to do. Just click, 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 and they just go ahead and submit the form. So try to improve your sign up forms. There are lots of plugins that are available in the market that will suit your website. There are lots of free plugins that are available for WordPress. Find them out, evaluate them, have them in your website and use them for effectively for your forms. So that also definitely is going to boost up the sign up and is going to help you in increasing your subscriber list. Another most effectively used candidate or ingredient, I can say, is the signatures. It's basically freely available. You don't have to pay anything to create your signatures and put it in your emails. So go ahead and use your signatures, put signatures to good use. As you can see in my signature, recently I've been promoting this webinar that I'm delivering now, and sometimes it's webinar. Most of the times we do talk about the blogs as and when we publish it. I do have content that I keep on publishing, like white papers and ebooks on our website. So that's something that I keep on sharing in my signatures. And believe me, I've been really receiving a very good response out of this. People have been signing up for webinars, they've been signing up for the downloads. At the same time, I have also seen a couple of people registering for the free trial of our product, the Juvlon. So you can see that it's a decent, and gradually it helps people notice and register in their mind about your brand and about your product and services. And as I've said, it's freely available. So go ahead and make the most out of it. The next signature sample that I have taken in this is, you can see that Rex has mentioned, he's not given the website URL over here, he's just said website. So again, a very beautiful and smart way to mention his website. At the same time, there's some PDF that he is asking people to download if required. He has a V card, he has a email also mentioned in that, in a very smart way, along with social media credentials also. At the same time, what I liked the most is that in a very subtle way, he is trying to tell that they are present in a conference at La Vegas Convention Center. The way he said that is really very nice. He's mentioned the conference name, IFFT12, and then he's asked people to join and visit their booth at booth 143. He's given the dates also. Really, isn't it a very beautiful way and a very nice way to promote your events? It's definitely going to help, and there's no force. People are not forced to actually go ahead and do some action, take some action based on this. So go ahead and use your signatures, put them to good use. Another way to boost your subscription list organically probably is to allow people to share your content. Give them a free hand to go ahead and use the content that you have created. So people, those who have been receiving this newsletter earmark, might have noticed share buttons that I have put in the content. So each and every content carries a specialized and personalized Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn share content. So as soon as you press Facebook link over there, it gets published. The webinar content will get published on the Facebook. So go ahead and use it. Make it available as frequently as possible. This gives one more confidence to the subscriber is the content that is being delivered is not only specific or it's not only biased. It's a generic content which is where you have actually done some kind of a study and then you have put this across, and you are happy to let them share it with your with their like-minded colleagues and friends. So that gives another kind of a confidence, and this way people will join your subscription list also. Sign up button in your newsletter. This also is a very good idea to have more subscriptions coming in. You can have buttons like refer friends or let your friends sign up for your newsletter, basically, as I've done for earmark. So this way, when in case if I share some kind of a newsletter with my colleagues whom I think are really going to benefit, my colleague is definitely going to pay attention to that. He or she is going to read it, decide whether he wants to sign up for that, and if it's really beneficial, is definitely going to sign up because it's recommended by me. So go ahead and have this kind of a button or a link in your newsletter or the content that you are sending out. It's really very effective. People are going to like it, and no need to say you're going to increase your subscription list organically. Social media. We all have been talking about social media. We all know about it. No matter whatever business we are in, it's an online business, offline business, no matter what. Having presence on social media is a must nowadays. So make most of it. Facebook page is available free for everyone, and they have given a provision of sign up, liked, and messages on their banner page. So make most of it. I have created this banner which actually says that join our mailing list so that you can receive tips and updates about our events and news related to email marketing. And this sign up, liked, and message button itself feels like it's a part of the form itself. It's the part of the banner. So as soon as people click on any of these call to action, whatever I am trying to achieve is achieved. So it's either people join my Facebook page or they end up signing up with my mailing list. So go ahead and use the form on social media, make the most best use of it as much as you could. It's freely available, as I have said. You don't have to spend a lot, just that you have to put your creative hats on and go ahead and create such kind of smart banners. At the same time, we've been talking about the content a lot. Content, developing a content, putting it up on the website or through the blogs, it's really very important. Just like we have recently started sharing out tip of the week every Wednesday. I do share tip of the week for email marketing, and in this I have, if you can see in this banner, I have created a place where people can actually go up, click on this and sign up for our newsletter and add in my subscription list so that they can start receiving the newsletters and the tips that I have been sharing. So use your content smartly. Find out ways where you can have the sign up call to action. Go ahead and start using that. Excuse me if friends, I have received a ping from Anand saying that my voice is not audible. Anand, I just want to make sure that I'm audible. Would you please let me know if I'm audible? Thank you. We'll move on. In-store communication. We have lots of clients and customers who have businesses offline. So basically retail shop owners or these kind of people who it's really very challenging for these kind of businesses to have way to collect the email addresses of their subscribers. It's really very difficult. There could be a number of ways that they can do it. Like for example, in this picture on the left hand side, you can see the danglers hanging out in the store. What if you have a dangler hanging out saying that, hey, sign up with our newsletter, here's the link, give a short link for that, and you'll receive 100 rupees coupon for this. Why not? I mean, people will definitely like to sign up, and if it's free, I think we all love to go for it, right? So think of such creative ways where people can go ahead and sign up for your subscription list. At the same time, make sure when you are sending out the content or the newsletter to these people, make sure that you are really sending out something that is useful. Just don't keep on sending the promotions. As I've said, that you have to have a mixed balance of a right balance of information and the promotion that needs to be chalked out correctly. At the same time, on the right hand side, you can see a kiosk a store has created where visitors can go ahead and they can basically browse the products that are there on their in their stores. They can check the offers that are going on. I'm sure they might have also placed a field where people could actually enter their email addresses so that they could receive all such information on their emails also. So again, another best way to have a place to collect the email addresses. In-store communication is really becoming a big thing nowadays for retailers. So think of something which is really very good and smart way to collect the email addresses, and where people have actually opted in to receive your email list. Okay, that was the part of how to grow your list organically. The most awaited part in the webinar, how to grow your list inorganically. This definitely is something which is interesting, and we'll see what are the tips or the ways that you can grow your lists inorganically. Don't ever buy lists. We've always been saying this. So how do we grow then the list? How do we grow list inorganically might be the question. So there are ways, like probably go ahead and rent the lists. There are third-party list owners who are ready to rent out their list. Renting in sense, they will be just sending out your promotions on their list. We'll see in details in our further slides what exactly does this mean. Go ahead and partner with other list owners. Try to send out your promotions to your to the vendors, or probably people with whom you think your target audience has signed up. Google AdWords is another way of growing list inorganically. That's a paid activity. So people are signing up for your product, and that's how you're growing your list. Go for traditional advertising is basically having your banners placed on various websites, having your banners running, or the dedicated emails going out on the partners' email list. At the same time, having being present in conferences, collecting the visitors, booth visitors details, exchanging visiting cards in the conferences and events is also a very good way to collect list inorganically. Webinars, online seminars, all these kind of activities will help you grow your list. I just have a quick poll. Allow me to launch the poll. I would like to hear from all of you based on these three questions. Just give me a second, please. I believe everybody is able to see the poll. Please go ahead and put in your votes. Have you ever rented third-party lists? Have you used third-party lists and have had success? I wasn't happy with third-party list campaign performance. And third is, I've never used third-party lists, but I did like to try. Okay, that's good. People are responding. I'm getting really very good response. I'll just give another few more seconds before I close the poll. All right, I'll just close the poll and publish the, sorry. Okay. Here we are. So here's the result. We can see that 68% of our audience have not used the third-party lists at all. There are some those who have used and they have had success. I'm really very happy to know that that 10% of our audience have been happy using the third-party list. 23%, yes, sorry that you couldn't make the most of your third-party lists. Let me close the poll and let's move ahead. Okay, so let's see what exactly do we do with the third party lists. What kind of third party list owners are there? There are two types of third party list owners. One is the permission based list owners. These are the basically list owners or I'll say business portals where people have been sending out emails to their subscribed list. They have such some kind of a relation that has already been developed between these subscribers and the senders. So basically they've been sending some good content, they've been promoting their own business and the products to these kind of subscribers. So this is a kind of a list where people have opted for the newsletters and they have been expecting the kind of email communication from these vendors. Second is the aggregated or compiled list owners. These are the people those who have their business as being the brokers or the agents altogether. So these are people those who have been trying to collate lists from everywhere. It could be from directories, as I've mentioned, websites, it could be from LinkedIn, it could be anything. But these kind of brokers have never established any kind of a relationship with their subscribers. They have been just collecting these kind of email list so that they can make business out of it. So you have to be really very careful when you are trying to think of third party list owners that are there in the business. I'm just closing down some chats that have come up. Okay. So how do I go ahead and choose the right third party lists? So as we've seen, there are there are two kinds of list brokers. So there might be brokers who have multiple lists. There might be business owners who have lists based on the correct target audience that they want. They have a targeted and segmented list with them. It could be city wise, it could be age wise, it could be their preferences wise, product wise, anything. It's really a very targeted audience that they have. And there are also businesses where people have a good mix of lists. So it's basically it's called a full base list. So basically there are people those who own full base list and it's their own list, as we have said. They have already established a relationship with these list owners. So these are the when you're choosing the third party list, you have to make sure that all these criteria are there and they are suiting your requirement also. So in the market, there are third-party list owners who have targeted and segmented lists and who have already established a good relationship with their subscribers. So don't just choose one list. You obviously have to define your own target audience and you have to choose at least more than two party list owners, and at the same time within them you have to see to it that the lists also that you are selecting are multiple lists. So it could be a segmented list, one could be a full base list. This way you will come to know. It's a test that you will be doing. Make a test sending on this list. Party owners do generally allow you to do this kind of test lists so that even they know that this is going to really work on their database. So pick the best responding list, pick the best responding party owner, and then go ahead and do the third party campaigns with them. So what do we do when we are sending out the third party sending out the promotions to third party lists? One thumb rule is just don't keep on sending only the promotional stuff to these subscribers. These subscribers are going to hear about your product, about your service for the first time. It's not that something that they have been hearing for quite some time. So when you're sending out, start sending out with the content related thing, like it could be webinar, it could be white paper, blogs, something of that sort that is beneficial, and they feel interested in your product and services. Other important factors are listed on this screen is that, as I've said, that the third party owners have already established a kind of relationship with their subscribers. So they know the name, they know the email address, they know the sender name through which it is coming through. So use that sender name, use that kind of relation that has been, tap on that relationship that is established. That way it's really easy, and you will definitely get a better response on those kind of emails. Don't shy away in going ahead and using their logos in your content. It's absolutely fine. It's their list. It's something that they are owning, and people, those who are receiving, know them, not you. So it's basically a start of a relationship over there. So go slow on that and start using these tips. Have their name mentioned, use their logos on that, and send the content that will definitely be beneficial and useful for the subscribers, that they find useful and interest in your product and services. I'll just quickly share this example that we've been using TradeBrief for sending out our promotion. So it's a third-party promotion that we have been doing with them. The reason we picked up TradeBrief is because I know the audience, the kind of audience TradeBrief has matches with my target audience also. So that was one reason that I picked up TradeBrief. You can see through the sender email, that name and the email address in the webinar, the promotion that we have sent out. So it talks about a trade brief, and it's a newsletter or a trade brief email ID that they have shared with us. Now this kind of a promotion really gives us a very good response. One, the reason people know that they're receiving it from their own vendors with whom they have signed up. Two, we are not selling anything. We are just sharing some content that is definitely going to be useful for the audience that is there. So we definitely get a very good response, and this is how we slowly build relationship with these kind of people. Then there's a follow-up program that can be chopped out, and then you can see how these people can come into your sales cycle. But that's a very long process. Just don't start with promoting your stuff immediately with the new subscribers altogether. Now let's see, this is the second last part of our session about how to monetize your list. You have grown your list, you have nurtured your list, now you've got new subscribers, so your list has increased a lot. Are you really interested in monetizing your list, making most of it? I'm sure as a marketer, we all want to do that. We definitely are looking for ways and avenues to make the most of the email list that we have. I have few suggestions for that. So some monetization methods. One basically is that go ahead and generate page views. Give up a preview of the content within the email and provide a link to the rest of it in your newsletter. Which will take them to the site, and that definitely will help you in boosting your page views. Obviously, it's really easy to implement, and it generates recurring revenue. And definitely, if it's a good fit, it basically is a good fit if you are able to generate decent CPMs from display ads to your websites. So go ahead and generate previews. You can see in this newsletter that I receive every month from SurveyMonkey, there are buttons or call to actions which says get tips, see results. Definitely whatever is interest to me, I'll go ahead and read. Not necessarily have to sit back and read the entire newsletter. So this way SurveyMonkey probably generates better page views, targeted page views, and that way you can have good CPM banners running on your website also. Another is co-registration. So basically you can give your users the opportunity to also opt in to other email lists. One example to quote for this is that if you run a travel blog, you might be able to invite new subscribers to also opt into the email list to a company probably that sends out offers or alerts on airfares. Why not? If I have signed up with a travel company and if I receive a newsletter which talks about or receive a promotional email that talks about airfares, fine, I'm absolutely fine with it. It's not irritating for me. So go ahead for co-registration, find out companies or the businesses which align with your kind of business and sign up with them. So it's going to be a win-win situation for both of you. It's going to help both these businesses. Display banners, yes, definitely. It's very obvious that you can sell the space on your content page and increase more views on that. People, those who are come looking for the advertisements on the right hand side might be also interested in having a look at the content that you already have published. So it's again a very good win-win situation scenario for both the for the publishers as well as the advertisers. So go ahead and make most of the space that's available on your content landing page. This is my favorite, rent out your list. So basically you can make money by essentially renting out your list to companies who like to promote their products to your audience. So it's basically sending out dedicated emails or having a banner in your newsletter. It's basically something that your advertiser has created. The advertiser has created and he is sending it out to your audience. You are sending out to your audience on their behalf. Like for example, in this example, you can see that Egon Eliger is sending out emails for Life Mint. So it's a basically Live Mint has rented the list from Egon Eliger and they're sending out some promotions that they have. So this is the kind of renting out your list. So next question, I'm sure you all might be thinking, okay, Smita, you've spoken a lot about third-party lists and how to really monetize out of it. But where do I go ahead and rent a list from? How do I evaluate actually good list owners? And what do I do if I have to rent out my list and monetize or make the most of it? Friends, as you all know, Juvlon has been successfully partnering with prominent brands in their email and SMS marketing campaigns. It's for over the years that Juvlon has been doing this. Now it is time to take our innovative services to the next level and create a win-win scenario for all our partners. So we are proud to present a highly efficient online marketplace for email advertising. That is PrimeNetwork by Juvlon. Basically, PrimeNetwork is ideal to establish relationship directly with the third parties that are looking. They are basically third parties who are trying to reach out your audience also. So let's see in details that what exactly is PrimeNetwork. So PrimeNetwork constitutes of two parts. One is publishers and the other is advertisers. Obviously, Juvlon does play a very important role in this. So for publishers, it's really a place where they can go ahead and say that, hey, I want to rent out my list. We from Juvlon will be evaluating these publishers. We will be checking out these list owners based on the kind of content they have been sending, the kind of open rates that they have been receiving, the active owners that they have, the active list on database that they have basically. So it's one online marketplace for email advertising, as we have already said, and for the for the publishers, it's a place where they can generate revenue from their list, the opt-in list that they have. So, this is what is there for the publishers. For the advertisers, yes, definitely it's going to help them grow their business, grow their customer base. At the same time, they have a vast list of publishers from whom they can select to which database would they be interested in sending out their promotions to. We have lots of publishers who have signed up with us with PrimeNetwork for renting out their list. We have Media Avatar, we have Hypercity with us, we have Asian Paints, all these, and there are many more who are joining the band in this for renting out the list. It's really very interesting platform that has been designed where people can come on board, rent out their list. We'll be obviously evaluating them to be the publisher and as the advertisers also. So you can go ahead and find out more about Prime Network by visiting juvlon.com/PrimeNetwork. We will quickly see how exactly this works. So as an advertiser creates the mailing request. On the left hand side, you will see the steps, and over here you'll see the screenshot of the from the product that I've taken. So the advertiser goes ahead and creates the campaign. He selects the publishers. Publishers can have different lists. It could be segmented list, it could be full base list, whatever the publisher wishes to. And he can have the preferred schedule also that he wishes to send this promotion. As soon as the advertiser has created the campaign, has created the mailing request, publisher receives the alert, and he gets to see the content and the list that he has selected. So the publisher can see the content of the mailer that is going out. He can see the list that has been selected, and he can see when the advertiser wants to send this out. Publisher has the complete authority of deciding whether he wants to accept this content, list, schedule, whatever it is. He has complete authority on deciding this. So he can either approve and reject. When he is rejecting, he has to give us a quick reason of why he is rejecting, so that advertiser comes to know why exactly is this is being rejected. So it's a very transparent platform that we have created that talks between the publisher and the advertisers. Let's assume that the publisher has accepted, approved this work. Let's see what happens next. As soon as the publisher approves this, advertiser goes ahead and purchases the mailing request. Mind it, we are saying he is purchasing the mailing request. So he goes ahead and pays the fees for renting out the list. As soon as advertiser finishes his payment, publisher again receives the alert saying that, okay, fine, the advertiser has made the payment. Publisher, based on the the sending preference, goes ahead and sends out the mails. The email campaign has been sent out. So advertiser has used the publisher's list for sending out his emails. Next part comes about the reports. It's really very important for anyone who's been doing email campaign to see the reports. So the advertisers gets to see the reports of how many sent, opens, clicks, spams, bounces, unsubscribes, everything that otherwise any Juvlon user can see. But at the same time, publisher can we make sure that advertisers don't get to see the actual email addresses of these of the people in the list. So publisher has to sit back, and it's all assured. It's the email list is completely secured. Advertisers don't get to see. You can see that on the right hand side, the kind of email list that the advertisers can see. It's all masked. Nobody comes to know what exactly is in the list. So this is how it exactly works. Basically, the Prime Network by Juvlon, it's only of its kind that we have seen so far in business. So you can go ahead and write to me if you wish to be a publisher or an advertiser. We are evaluating lots of businesses for publishers and advertisers. Friends, with this, I'll open the forum for question and answer session. There are lots of questions that have come in. Let me pick the questions one by one. I'm sorry, I feel that I've also received some comments about my voice not being audible. Am I audible now? I just want to make sure that I'm audible. Yeah, okay, thanks. So go ahead and shoot your questions. I'll be picking up the questions one by one. Kavita, I think I have already answered your question that how and where can you find the third-party list vendors. So go ahead and start exploring Prime Network for that matter, and you can find out more information on juvlon.com/Prime Network. Okay, how do I make the most of, how do I create the banner that was created on the Facebook? That's a design perspective. Basically, you can just go ahead and create the banner based on the sizes, and I'm sure your designer will help you in doing that. Do you also provide white labels? The lists are most active lists. We do not, as I've said, that the email list as such is not shared. It's rented, so it's all white label. Don't worry about it, Kavita. Shriram has, can you please share some ways other than third-party lists to generate database inorganically? Yes, Shriram, there are lots of ways where you can have a presence in conferences. You can be present in the, have some events, sponsor some webinars for that matter. So that also is a way where you can create list inorganically. We do get many customer visit to our showroom. We are currently collecting the email addresses and other contact details in a log, but we can we use the same to make mailing list in Juvlon? Yes, definitely, Naveen. You can go ahead and create the list in Juvlon and start sending out your email campaigns, email marketing to this list. You are most welcome. If you have not already explored Juvlon, I'll suggest you to go ahead and take a free trial and have a feel of Juvlon. What change can you expect when there is a content, example tips rather than promotions in the mail? Akhil, there is a huge difference in the expectation, the huge difference in the response that I myself have experienced, that whenever I send any promotional emails, the opens definitely depend on the subject line that you are talking out. So if I'm good enough in having creating good subject line, no matter if it's a promotional mail or the content or educational stuff, people will still go ahead and open. But what matters after that is the click-throughs. So if your product, if your content, if your mailer is talking about promotion, and if and only if I'm interested, I'll go ahead and click that, because there are some kind of obligations for further. I have to go ahead and fill in a form to get to check that out and try the product out. But for this, if you have the content like tips and blogs or something of that sort, it's something that is educational. People are really very happy to read through all those kind of stuff without sharing their email addresses further. So there is really a very good response rate if it is a content. Anil has a question, very well organized session. Thanks, Anil. The question is, once email list is bought, it will be forever or for limited period. Anil, let me remind, this list is not bought. Don't ever buy list. We have been repeating this. We have repeatedly saying this. The system, the service that I have explained is about renting the list. You can go ahead and rent the list as many times as you wish. It depends on the publishers, though, that how many times does he want to rent it out to a particular kind of a advertiser again and again. So it's not a bought list. We do not recommend that. So please do not buy list. What are the involved commercials? Sonal, is it for the Prime Network? If it is for Prime Network, I'll will get in touch with you on this separately. How to get lists well segmented? Example, male list, female list, age-wise, profession-wise. Grishma, this depends on the kind of business that you are running. As I've said, that when you are asking people to fill in the form on your subscription page, keep it as simple as possible. And later on, as and when you go establish relationship with them through your emails, see to it that if there's a way where you could actually get in more information one by one, like run a contest which probably might help you chalk out all such kind of information from your subscribers. I hope that helps. What is the impact of email campaign on inorganically generated database on the IP? Inorganic. Generally, we got blacklisted. How can we avoid? Shriram, basically, IP blacklisting is not only based on the mails that are sent out inorganically. It all depends on the kind of content that is being sent, the frequency. There are lots of reasons for IP getting blacklisted. I'm sure you're aware of this since you might be doing email marketing for quite some time. But it depends on the content. It depends on the frequency that you have been sending it to. Inorganically created list basically will not necessarily throw your IP in blacklist. That all depends on the content. How can we link the users subscribed in my website to Juvlon mailing list? There is a API provision, Naveen, that we can provide you with. So if required, I'll get you in touch with our team who will help you develop an API that can be inserted in your website. And that way the users and the subscribers will get listed in Juvlon. Smita, do you recommend a rent out list for a startup, a new venture, or how far would it be successful for them to generate revenue? Kavita, as I have said, that a renting out list can be done by anyone. Generate revenue from such kind of rented list is going to take quite some time. As I've said, that you can get slowly started with the content and then get those people in your subscription list rather than still being there in your partners list. Get them in your list slowly and gradually convert them and take them to the next level. It's going to take quite some time. It's not something that is expected immediately. So start it immediately, but wait for the results. Have patience while generating such kind of results if you wish to. There are lots of questions, guys, that are coming up, but I'm running out of the time, so I'll just take one last question. How is it going to be helpful for marketing it to foreign educational industry? It could be helpful, Anubha. It could be helpful for any kind of marketing purpose. It doesn't matter whether it's foreign, it's a domestic. It's email marketing is basically for audience that is available online, not geographically segregated or discriminated. Whose email address will be displayed while sending out an email to third party? Venkat, we have been saying that if it is an email that is being sent out through third party, we will recommend that let third party's email address be seen in the inbox of the receiver. That the reason is that now people have been receiving emails from that email address, so it's very easy for them to get it into the inbox rather than anywhere else. So it's really important to have that. And then slowly and gradually you can yourself design ways to find out how you can get the leads generated from that kind of email that you have sent. It could be webinar, it could be download a white paper and take them to a landing page and get the forms filled from them. So the email address displayed should be of the third party. Friends, I think I'll stop here because there are lots of questions which probably I won't be able to cover in another 5 minutes. Also, I'll attend to all these questions offline. So please bear with me. And with this, I'll end today's webinar. I'm sure you all enjoyed and found this really useful and was up to your expectations. You all have a nice day. Thank you very much.